Hello everyone, thanks for joining me today. And for today's project, I will be putting together 10 thank you cards. I didn't have any in my stash to send out, and so I came up with kind of a design that will be simple and elegant at the same time. So I've pre-cut my base card, which is a 4 1/8 by 4 1/8. I have 10 of those. And then I also cut mats for the inside and the front of my card. So as you can see here, I've just cut it slightly smaller than the front and also just a tad smaller on for the inside. Some of the items that I'll be using are some stamps, such as this one here that I purchased at Joann's, and this was in their $1.99 bin. I haven't gotten a chance to use this yet, but I like the size of the stamps, and I also heat embossed these. And as you can see, I heat embossed them on vellum, and that was a Recollections brand from Michaels, and it held up to the heat very well. It was a nice weight on the vellum. So I stamped several of the images from the stamp set, and I just fussy cut them. And I think I'm partial to the leaves. I like the leaves. So I want to incorporate that into the front of my card. I also have stamped out thank you, and this was a stamp and die set that I purchased from AliExpress. The stamp set isn't that great. It started to peel away, but after I stamped a few on a cardstock, I went ahead and ran it through my printer, and I was able to get a pretty good printout. It came with a coordinating die, so I'll be cutting that out. Also, I picked up a couple other dies online that I haven't used yet. I want to use this for the inside of my card, and this is just a sample of what that looks like. This next die I plan to use in the corner of my top mat. I think it would look best on the lower right-hand corner, but we'll see when we get to assembling. The first thing I want to do is to cut out the thank you sentiment, and I have a die for that, so we're going to go ahead and just add some low-tack tape and then run it through my little sidekick. My mat was a little bit slippery, so I was having a little trouble putting that through. But it does cut great. It has a nice look. The next thing we're going to do is to cut the front panel. I have my old Big Kick. So just laying down my sandwich, positioning the die in the right-hand corner, and taping it down. I'm going to run that through, and I'm also going to run it through a second time and get the embossing done. So I'll add my embossing mat and run it through to get a nice impression. And I'm going to do that for all 10 card panels. Next, I'm going to cut away the edge that the die didn't cut, and that way I have a nice even edge on my front panel. Now I'm just playing around trying to decide where I want to position my sentiment, and if I want a top folding or a side folding card. And I think I'm going to go with the side folding card, and then next I'm going to add some foam tape to each of the front panels. I'm going to go ahead and add that to the front. And once again, do assembly style and add all the front panels to my 10 card bases. We'll just continue on. Now that I've got my 10 cards done, we'll go ahead and focus on the sentiment on the front. I want to use some vellum pieces, and I'm partial to the leaves. I think the flowers just take away from the cut on the front. I'm just going to add 2 leaves underneath my sentiment. And I've also added foam tape to that. I'm going to add a little adhesive to this vellum leaf. You won't be able to see the glue underneath since it was heat embossed. But I'm hoping to catch all the other leaves underneath the foam tape that's underneath the thank you. And once again, it's nice to have all your pieces cut and ready to go. Makes putting together your cards very easy and organized. The next step, I've taken the die that I plan to use on the inside and I ran it through my die cutting machine and cut all the inside panels. There is an edge on that as well, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that away. So I just have the shape and size of that die on my inside mat. Now that I have everything cut, you can see the nice embossing, and we'll go ahead and focus on the inside of the card. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some black cardstock and cut an additional panel or mat that'll go behind that decorative inside piece. So now I'm just layering these 2 pieces, and I want to have the same curve on the black mat as the top piece, so I'm just going to cut away with my scissors and follow the contour of that top piece and add it to the inside of my. So I'm really happy the way the cards turned out. An elegant thank you card, not only on the outside but as well as the inside, with plenty of room to write a thank you message. And I also went ahead and made an envelope with my envelope punch board. I lined the inside of the envelope with a black liner, and this just tucks in nicely into the envelope. So now I have to make 9 more envelopes, which with the punch board makes it really easy to do. So thanks everyone for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you are not a subscriber, I would love for you to subscribe. Also hit that notification bell, and that will let you know when I've uploaded a new video. So I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Take care.